Under the cloak of night, 4 university students, Caleb, Rachel, Mia, and Tom, arrive at the misty shores of Ashwood Lake. A heavy fog clings to the surface of the water, obscuring the opposite bank and filling the air with a palpable sense of mystery. As they begin to set up their campsite, the students exchange glances, a subtle unease settling among them amidst the promise of adventure. The crackling of their campfire pierces the silence, casting flickering shadows that dance with the fog, heightening the sense of isolation. Under the silvery gaze of the moon, distorted shadows stretch across the still surface of Ashwood Lake. Rachel's breath hitches as she stumbles upon a clearing, her eyes widening at the sight before her. An eerie circle of stones stands bathed in moonlight, a silent sentinel in the night. At the circle's heart, a wooden mask with a weeping face leers towards the heavens, its sorrowful expression carved deep into the grain. Caleb approaches, his voice breaking the stillness as he beholds the scene. Perfect. This is exactly the kind of thing we need for the documentary. Under the ominous, crimson light of the blood moon, Ashwood Lake lies still and dark. 4 students gather at the water's edge, their faces illuminated by the eerie glow. In a chilling ritual, each student offers their blood, dark droplets falling into the lake's depths. The lake awakens, its surface rippling as an inky blackness spreads like a stain. Distorted reflections stare back from the water's surface, twisting their faces into unsettling masks. The still surface of Ashwood Lake mirrors the night sky, but something stirs beneath, the reflections moving with an unnatural life. Pale, distorted copies rise from the depths, their eyes hollow, black pits piercing the tranquil facade. A wave of primal panic washes over Tom as he stares into the lake's dark mirror, a silent scream trapped in his throat. He thrashes, desperate to break free from the water's hypnotic pull, each movement a futile struggle against an unseen force. No matter how far he flees, a cruel twist of fate always brings him back to the water's edge, the nightmare inescapable. The lake awaits, its dark surface promising no escape, only the chilling return of the pale reflections. Caleb films into the darkness, the still surface of Ashwood Lake reflecting the faint starlight. A terrifying copy emerges from the depths, its eyes fixed on Caleb. The copy drags Caleb beneath the surface, the water swallowing him whole. Screams pierce the night, then abruptly cease, leaving only the gentle lapping of the water against the shore. The glassy surface of Ashwood Lake mirrors the pale morning sky, its tranquility soon to be broken. A police boat slices through the stillness, disturbing the water's reflective calm. From the depths, they retrieve a single camera, a silent witness to unseen events. The camera's screen flickers, casting an eerie glow on the somber faces of the officers. The faint audio struggles against the lapping waves, a haunting whisper from the past. A ghostly voice echoes from the recording. "We shouldn't have woken them." Weeks later, a town appears in the distance, seemingly ordinary. 4 figures emerge on the outskirts, their presence unsettlingly out of place. Each stranger's face bears a haunting familiarity, stirring unease. An unsettling quiet falls. As they move closer, their purpose unknown, the air thickens with unspoken questions as the 4 enigmatic figures converge. Eliza Turner, her husband Andrew, and their daughter Sophie cautiously enter their new, old house in Salem, where shadows dance ominously. Dust motes swirl in the dim light, illuminating the haphazardly stacked boxes that crowd the room. Sophie's innocent voice cuts through the silence, a chilling revelation in her wide eyes. "Mommy, there's someone reading a book in the basement without a light," she whispers, her words hanging heavy in the air. Dust motes dance in the sunlit air of the Salem house as Eliza kneels, her fingers tracing a dark secret etched into the aged wooden floor. The strange symbol reveals itself, a circle of 6 stars, each one violently crossed out, a soul-sealing mark of ancient power. Her fingers linger on the rough edges of the etching, feeling the weight of the dark history embedded within the wood. A close examination reveals the disturbing detail of each star, deliberately and forcefully negated, hinting at a powerful binding. The aged wood seems to whisper forgotten warnings, as Eliza remains transfixed by the ominous mark, sensing the darkness it contains. In the gloom of the Salem house basement, dust motes swirl in a solitary beam of light, illuminating forgotten relics. Andrew kneels among towering stacks, his fingers tracing the spine of a disturbing book. The book is bound in human skin, its texture a chilling testament to forbidden knowledge. He turns the fragile pages, each rustle echoing in the oppressive silence of the basement. His eyes fixate on the last page, where a horrifying prophecy is scrawled in faded ink. A voice echoes from the shadows, reciting a dire warning. On the 7th night, she will rise again. The 7th evening cloaks Salem house in shadows, a sense of foreboding hanging heavy in the air. A deafening crash as the windows slam shut, sealing the house off from the outside world. Candles flicker to life, casting an eerie, dancing glow that reveals hidden corners and lurking secrets. Sophie vanishes without a trace, leaving behind only a chilling void. Faint children's laughter echoes from the basement, a sound that crawls under the skin and chills the blood. The laughter grows, weaving a tapestry of terror that tightens its grip on Salem house. In the dimly lit Salem house basement, the heavy air is saturated with a metallic tang of blood. Eliza discovers Sophie meticulously redrawing a ceiling circle on the dusty floor, her brow furrowed in concentration. The eerie candlelight casts a spectral glow upon Sophie's face, highlighting her grim determination. Barely visible in the shadows behind Sophie, the charred visage of a spectral witch looms a haunting testament to a fiery demise. The witch's presence intensifies the palpable sense of dread and ancient power within the confined space. In the dimly lit basement of the Salem house, candlelight flickers, casting eerie shadows on the damp stone walls as Eliza hunches over an ancient tome. Her lips move, whispering an incantation that seems to stir the very air around her. Without warning, a tendril of black shadow erupts from the floor, a malevolent force unleashed. Andrew cries out as the shadow snakes around his ankle, dragging him kicking and screaming into the abyss. Police officers cautiously step into the dimly lit Salem house, shadows dancing around them. Eliza kneels on the floor, a worn, leather-bound book clutched tightly to her chest. Her eyes are wide and unfocused, lost in a distant world. A chilling whisper escapes her lips. The circle is complete. She's safe now. The air hangs heavy, with unspoken dread and lingering secrets. The Salem house stands silent as a police car departs, leaving a void in the morning air. A window on the 2nd story becomes a dark mirror to the soul. Sophie appears, her presence an enigma framed by the aged wood. Her eyes, pitch black, pierce the morning light, unsettling the quiet dawn. A serene smile graces her lips, a mask of unsettling calm. The house watches, as Sophie's silent smile casts a shadow over Salem. Under the harsh midday sun, Ravenwood, Kentucky, stands isolated, a town lost in an eerie silence. Dust billows as Ethan Cole's car breaks the stillness, an intrusion into the town's slumber. The main street lies deserted, buildings casting long, ominous shadows, hinting at secrets untold. A lone raven's caw echoes through the empty streets, a mournful call amplifying the desolation. Ethan's arrival seems to awaken a ghost town, each grain of dust a memory of what once was. Ravenwood awaits its silence, a heavy blanket concealing truths beneath the veneer of abandonment. Under the guise of a tourist, Ethan arrives at Ravenwood, a warm smile masking his true intentions. He's welcomed into the fold, invited to partake in the Calling of Light, the town's revered festival. Yeah, beneath the surface of hospitality, an unsettling undercurrent stirs among the townspeople. Their smiles stretch too wide, their eyes gleam with a distant, unsettling light, hinting at hidden secrets. Eerie silence fills Ravenwood Church, its shadows deep and ominous. Above the altar, a chilling symbol, an open eye consumed by flame. No cross stands here, only the stark emblem of forbidden knowledge. Pastor Gideon's voice echoes through the haunted space. The light shall illuminate the worthy and consume the liars, he proclaims, his words a chilling prophecy. Candlelight dances across solemn faces as the ancient ceremony begins within Ravenwood Church. Deep chanting fills the hallowed space, its resonance vibrating through the ancient stones. A cataclysmic crack echoes as the ground before the altar splits open, an omen unveiled. Blinding golden light floods the church, casting long shadows and illuminating shocked faces. Inside Ravenwood Church, a colossal entity bursts forth, its metallic wings casting ominous shadows. Ethan stands transfixed, the monstrous figure looming before him. In the ethereal light, hundreds of faces become visible within the entity. Each a trapped soul. A silent scream echoes from the imprisoned, their anguish palpable in the desolate church. Inside Ravenwood Church, Ethan's desperate actions shatter the solemn ritual. With frantic energy, he knocks over the central candle, disrupting the carefully orchestrated ceremony. A blinding flash erupts as the light explodes outward, momentarily searing the darkness. Flames begin to dance, hungrily licking at the wooden pews and ancient tapestries. The church is consumed as the fire spreads with terrifying speed, turning the sacred space into an inferno. Days later, in Ravenwood Forest, Ethan lies broken amidst the decaying leaves and damp earth, a stark testament to unseen torments. His clothes are tattered, singed, and cling to his body like the remnants of a nightmare. Burns mark his skin, each a painful echo of a fiery ordeal. His eyes are vacant, unfocused, betraying the cruel grip of amnesia that has stolen his memories. Despite his injuries, he clutches a camera tightly in his hand, a desperate anchor in a sea of oblivion. The camera remains his sole connection to a reality he no longer understands, a fragile link to a forgotten past. Grainy camera footage flickers, casting an eerie glow on the unfolding horror within Ravenwood Church. Flames engulf Gideon and his followers, a horrifying spectacle of devotion and destruction. Amidst the inferno, their faces are serene, a disturbing testament to unwavering belief. The scene burns into memory, an unforgettable image of fanaticism consumed by fire. In the heart of Ravenwood Church, shadows dance ominously, relics of a forgotten time. Flickering light spills into the deep pit, a beacon in the overwhelming darkness. The light seems to respond, twisting and turning as if it has a life of its own, casting eerie shadows that stretch and contort. An entity stirs within the pit, its malevolent intelligence palpable, a silent predator in the abyss. The darkness smiles back, revealing a glimpse of the horrors that lie in wait. From high above, the skeletal remains of Ravenwood Church scar the landscape, a stark testament to recent horror. Charred timbers reach towards the sky like accusing fingers, the aftermath of a terrible inferno. The surrounding forest, a sea of green, watches in silent vigil, its ancient trees absorbing the echoes of the tragedy. An unsettling stillness hangs in the air, a heavy blanket woven from ash and unspoken dread. The very earth seems to recoil, a palpable sense of wrongness emanating from the desecrated ground. Though the flames are extinguished, the ominous silence hints at a lingering evil, a darkness that refuses to be contained.
Thank you for watching the video. Please give me a like and subscribe to the channel to watch the next interesting videos.